last night around 12 a.m., 12:18 a.m. to be
That's
exact. And it's a screenshot, and it says, "Sain, I think Mikey's gonna play for Memphis." I said, so I read it. It's a screenshot from GoTigersGo.com, and which at one time was a real news source for Tiger stuff, where you could just, it was a real big deal. GoTigersGo.com is a big deal, and it had the roster, and it was a picture of guess whose name. Well, I don't have to say guess who because you sent it to me.
I sent it to you.
Mikey Williams, everyone.
First time we've seen him on the roster.
First time Kenny has been stalking.
I've been stalking.
GoTigersGo.com. Him and his many henchmen have been working around the clock, taking shifts, refreshing their browser to see if Mikey Williams.
F5.
Right. And last night at 12:18, Kenny Stubblefield got confirmation that Mikey Williams' name appeared on the GoTigersGo.com website under the Tiger basketball roster. And I woke up and I processed that. I called Kenny. We shared our thoughts about it. And Kenny Stubblefield, I am here to say that by the time this show airs, it may be official news. It may be out there. Someone else may be scouring the web for on the GoTigersGo.com. But I'm here to say that I believe that Mikey Williams will be a Tiger. This looks like,
I think it's 100% confirmed at this. Yeah. Not confirmed. I think that confirms it.
Yeah, it has to be.
It hasn't been reported. Yeah. You're the first person I've heard report it today.
Yeah. Look at me stepping off into those realms. Get out of my way, Hitman Hoops. And who else does? Who is a Hitman Hoops?
Who is a Hitman Hoop? Get out of my way. He's going to flame you in the Discord.
I already know. Get out of my way, Parth. What's Parth's last name? You don't know either. Get out of my way, Parth. Get out of my way, Jason Munns. Who else? Who else trying to get in these streets with me, man?
Nobody.
Get out of my way, Leon Taylor.
There you go.
No, I'm going to stay in my lane. But yeah, shout out to my boy Kenny for sending me that text. Because I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just the voice of the show. I didn't do the work. I didn't do the groundwork.
You're the voice of the streets, though, man.
Yeah, I am the voice of the streets. I knew Mikey was in the mound, though.
Yep. We did know that.
I try to stay in my lane, man. But here, look at us breaking Tiger basketball news. But yeah, it does appear that Mikey Williams will be on Coach Penny Hardaway's roster in some capacity. And let's talk about it real quick, if you don't mind, Kenny Stubblefield. The more and more I thought about this, Terry Davis, of course, sat next to me the other day, and he talked about this. Terry Davis from the Tri-State Defender. He said, yeah, he'll be here. I think, he's going to be on the team. Maybe Terry knew something. Maybe the people at Go Tigers Go told him, hey, man.
Is Terry Davis the voice of the streets?
Yeah, maybe Terry Davis is GoTigersGo.com.
Is he go?
Maybe.
Bro,
he's the admin.
I think you cracked the case.
Maybe cracked the code for real. Terry Davis might be the guy who updates the website. But yeah, when you go on there, Mikey Williams is on the roster. He's got a bio on there. I was like, damn, man, this miss feels like, yeah, Mikey's gonna be part of the team. And I think I'm okay with that, man. I don't think I have a problem with that at all, man. And I understand the legal stuff, those type of things. I don't think Penny would be doing this unless he really feels confident that this is gonna be something manageable. We'll see. Hopefully by the time you guys see this, it might be official news. We might be some real Back to the Future type shit. But
I don't think anything's going to be I'll tell you when I think it's going to be official.
Okay, what?
September 12th is his next court date.
What's it?
His next
court date. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I've said this for a while now, Anthony. I genuinely think that more than likely what's going to happen on the 12th is that there's going to have been some discussions between the lawyers in California, and you're going to see Mikey, who is a first-time charged individual. He's never been charged with anything before.
Right.
You're going to see this thing being pled down to where he's not going to have any, repercussions in terms of, an actual prison sentence or anything like that. So I think that's when you'll know. Well,
that ain't far, man. That ain't far at all. So, yeah. So we both feel like Mikey's going to be on the team this year.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk basketball then.
Let's go.
We know he's not going to be the starting point guard. That's definitely going to be Javon Quinley. But I've been kind of looking at this roster, man, and I've been trying to make sense of this. And I've been saying, okay, is he going to come here and be a third point guard? Is he going to be playing behind Jalen Young or, all these type of things? And I looked at the whole roster. Okay, you got Javon Quinley, you got Jalen Young, who are both, seasoned, experienced point guards. And Jalen Young may be a better point guard than Mikey Williams would be today.
Yeah.
With all the accolades that Mikey's did in high school. That's high school. Jalen Young has played on the highest level. Like I act like he's some kind of awesome player. I don't know anything about this kid. But just the fact that he's played some D1 basketball probably puts him at an advantage over Mikey. Then I started looking at your shooting guard position because Mikey Williams is more of a combo guard. You've heard people talk about that this entire time. I know Leon Taylor's been huge about saying that, Mikey Williams is a combo guard. And I look at Caleb Mills, who's your starting shooting guard. I don't see another true shooting guard on this roster outside of Caleb Mills. I see some versatile wings that can slide down to the 2. You may want to do Jaden Hardaway at the 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I look at the situation with Mikey Williams, like, okay, could he play in the same backcourt with a Jalen Young or Javon Quinlan and play a little bit with Caleb Mills as well? Could he be that combo guard that you can use in multiple situations, getting about, I don't know, 20 minutes a game, maybe 18 to 20? Could he be in that type of situation?
Yeah.
And with that, could he be almost like a cheat code type of player where you're pulling a high-level high school player, freshman, off your bench who can come out there and score, who can play make, his energy can probably flip a game just because some of the highlight plays he's able to make.
You just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
You just hit the nail on the head. That's what he is.
Yeah.
You look at the roster and you look at the guys that could potentially back up Caleb Mills, back up Javon Quinterly. One thing you're missing with everybody that's on the roster is an elite playmaker. Right. And that's what he is.
Yeah.
He's
a playmaker.
He's a playmaker.
He's a guard.
Yeah, he's a guard. He can be your lead ball guy possibly.
Yeah.
But you could also see him on the wing, he shoots the ball well, he gets to the basket well. It's one of the things Caleb Mills does well is get to the basket. Yeah. So you're talking about a guy who's going to be able to come off the bench and fill both of those roles. And I think there's going to be a legit conversation.
Yeah.
And a legit battle in camp for that backup lead guard role with Jalen Young. Jalen Young is a fantastic player.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mikey gets him up out of there.
Come on. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think right now going in, I think I would put Jalen Young as the backup point guard because, again, that experience level you've talked about. Right. But when it comes to a playmaker, when it comes to a guy who can get his shot off, that's Mikey Williams.
Yes. In February, we might be having a totally different conversation. In January, February, March, we're talking differently about this for sure. Assuming Mikey's on the team,
I think you're 100% right.
And see, here's my thing: I wouldn't be totally surprised if not only your backup point guard minutes, but your backup point guard and your backup shooting guard minutes all go to Mikey by the time it's over. He's that good. He's that level of player who once he figures out the college game,
that's it.
He could get Jalen Young up out of here. He's playing backup point and 2. You know what I mean? So
or you have 2 high level guard rotations.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe you don't have to have Jalen Young, or maybe you don't have to have Mikey on the ball. Yeah. You bring Jalen Young
on the ball and then put him at the 2.
Come on.
I think that could work too.
I mean, you're talking about.
We've overthought this shit this entire summer, man.
I think we might have a little
like,
bit.
For real. Yeah, he's a guard that can play, man. Like, just you'll figure it out, and I'm sure Penny will.
And I think what's going to happen is, I think Penny understands that there is a level of a wait and see approach with Mikey in terms of just getting him acclimated to this level, right? Like, man, he's been through a lot these last few months, and it's going to take him some time to get ready. But I'm telling you, when you said February and March. When you said we're having a different conversation in February and March, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see him take the non-conference schedule and just get acclimated to the workout routines, the stuff that he has to get done, and then, man, he's unleashed in that conference.
All right, bigger star, as far as star power on the team, Mikey Williams or Imani Bates?
It's got to be Mikey, right?
I agree. It's Mikey. Second question, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Or what are the chances that it could go bad?
I don't want to listen, bro. I do not want to put that bad juju out there, right? Like I don't want to put that. I think that my question would be, being able to come into a program where you're not the best player and being able to bend your will to the team, right? Like that's what I want to, those are the biggest questions I have. The basketball stuff, I have zero questions about with Mikey.
Yeah.
It's and this is what every high level high school player has to do when they come into a college basketball program is bend their will. And, you know, one of the things that I'll say is Penny Hardaway, I think, has handled this thing masterfully.
Yeah.
Because when everybody else, including myself, I'll put myself out there like that. When everybody else, including myself, was saying, drop him, get rid of him, he's not worth it. Man, he stuck by that dude.
Yep.
And so I think there's going to be a level of buy-in that Amani Bates never had here.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, man. It can go very well. I think it probably will. But you're talking about that level of stardom, though. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about Javon Quinley, who you know is going to be your starter. This dude was one of the founders of the Jelly Fam, which is a big viral, you know, these guys were big, you know, social media booming dudes or whatever. And that thing is dwarfed by Mikey Williams, if you really think about it.
And you know, Mikey Williams came up in the perfect time. Jelly Fam would have been bigger if
it happened maybe a couple years later.
Yeah.
And Mikey Williams parlayed into he parlayed his stardom into NIL deals while he's still in high school.
Yep.
$1 million deal with Puma. All this stuff, man, for Mikey Williams. Man, I'm down, man. Sign me up, man. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy, but it almost has to be. It's Tiger basketball.
Just think about this roster, though.
Yeah, it's going to be nasty.
Bro, you're talking 10 deep of very little drop-off in terms of talent level at every position.
Yeah.
Especially if DeAndre comes back.
Yep.
Good God.
Yep. Hopefully we'll hear more about all those situations, more about Malcolm Dandridge, hopefully as well in the coming days, coming weeks. But yeah, man, this Mikey Williams thing is starting to look real, man. His name has been updated on the GoTigersGo.com website. Take for that what you want. I think it means a lot. Hey, I think it means a lot for real. If anybody has the University of Memphis roster, not the roster, the school enrollment thing,
enrollment.
Yeah, go check that out. See if that's updated yet. Let us know. Let us know in the comments.